Continuing our thoughts series, thoughts on Kislev. Sorry did Zinch. I do think Kislev got some buffs this patch, and I do think Kislev is going to be feeling better. Overall, I'm quite negative on Kislev. Am I? Yes. Yes, I am. But it's conflicted. So whereas Zinch got a lot of cool changes. Sure, they're going to be S plus tier or whatever. My frustration with Kislev is more around the DLC drama. And everyone who's watching this should already know what the DLC drama is, but the very short version is CA is releasing Pharaoh. Not a lot of people are excited about Pharaoh, and it's coming out at a $70 price point. And this DLC, people feel like they're getting less content for $25, which is a massive price increase. So with all of that in mind, I've soured on the Kislev DLC. And the very first thing I need to mention, one, so I don't forget, and two, so you get it, why I'm mad at this. If you didn't get the DLC, Kislev in Land Battles is a D or C tier faction. They're not doing very well. And if you didn't get the DLC, they got nerfed. Because Armored Kossars in the front line got a 50 gold increase apiece, and that's all that changed about this faction. So unless you buy the DLC, they got worse. Now, why would I be upset about that? Because if you buy the DLC, these guys are maybe an A or B plus tier faction. So it feels extremely pay to win, but if you don't pay, you actually get hurt. And that's fucked up. Like, that just feels stupid. That feels dumb. And it's just awful. Like, the balancing of this faction was not factoring in if people don't pay $25 fucking dollars. So it's annoying. It's very annoying. Anyway, with that off my chest, yes, Armored Kossars, your armored frontline got nerfed, and that'll factor in more later. But let's do this like we did Zinch and just go through the new units and then talk about how it affects the whole roster. Mother Ostankia is fine. She's actually fine. Looking at her unit card, I didn't think I would like her too much. Spirit Bearer is a weird magic missile. It looks cool, but I haven't been able to get it to do very much. But it's fine. It's not that harmful. Gulia's is a good vigor and healing spell, especially because it doesn't take Winds of Magic or anything. It's just on cooldown. So I would usually take it. But if you're taking Mother Ostankia so far off of my early access, you usually just want like Flock of Doom and Enfeebling Foe. Or Amber Spear's actually been pretty good. Because she comes on a chariot, and her chariot actually works really well as a chariot. It's not crazy OP. It doesn't do just impossible damage, but she can slip and slide around the battlefield, stay safe, and those kind of things. So then at this price point of about 2,000 gold, for some healing she can cast anywhere on the battlefield and some spells, she's fine. She's a viable character. She's even maybe strong. I don't think OP, but she's a good choice. She's solid. So I do like her. Her implementation is pretty good. Yeah. The Hag Witches that are added are also pretty cool. I do like how they were implemented. Lore of Beasts and Shadows is cool. Of course, another faction gets fucking death magic, but whatever. Each of the Hags has a different special ability. So the Beasts one summons some things in the woods, while the Death one offers damage resistance, and the Shadows one has a really, really terrible hex. But they're fine. They also come on chariots. They're also fine. Like, no complaints there. They're a good hero to have. They offer some diversity to the roster. Good for them. The other units, let's stay on the good for now. Things in the Woods are amazing. I love this unit design. They're very cool. Their models are very pretty. They're an affordable price point, so you could take them without fucking over your entire build. They fill a good niche on the roster. They're fast, armor-piercing, anti-infantry hitters, but with only 30 armor and 20 models, they can end up being pretty squishy. Overall, they're a very solid unit. I expect to see them in most Kislev builds of people who have the DLC, but I don't think they're crazy overtuned or overpowered. Kind of like Skin Wolves, where it's like, yeah, Skin Wolves are a little strong, but I wouldn't go out of my way to make a prompt with them. So, really like Things in the Woods. They're good. The Things in the Woods ROR is creative. It's very nice. Dark Blood Tainted, you can reduce healing by 100%. So, like, the counter to the healing meta, instead of nerfing fucking healing spells, is get these guys, I guess. That's okay. That's fine. That's creative. That's nice. The Incarnate Elemental Beast, he's very fun. He has a Mortis engine. He's an anti-large duelist. He's incredibly fast. He has strong leadership. He's good. He's well designed because he's also tall, has low armor, and not a crazy HP pool. I have frequently found him to be squishy in melee combat, so he will die quickly if you just leave him alone. I think he's a well-designed unit. I actually do enjoy the Incarnate Elemental Beasts a lot. Now we get to the negative parts. The Akshina Ambushers are very good. They're a very good unit. They feel reasonably priced at 850. That was all nice things, human boy. Why did you say negative? What's the fucking point of Streltsy? What's the point of Streltsy? Look at me hover over him. So the Streltsy have worse speed, worse melee defense, worse weapon strength, worse missile strength, worse range, worse ammunition, all but 40 armor and 2 charge bonus. Okay. The Akshina Ambushers have stock as well. Not even just the stats we all went over. They have stock and Vanguard and Woodsman. Why would you ever get the Streltsy? Why? There's no fucking point. And some people have talked to me like, yeah, these guys are crossbowmen and these are straight shooters. Straight shooters are better at hitting large single entities. Are they? Are they? Yes, when a large single entity is on the move and trying to dodge, a single, a straight shooting target is actually better. Like, yeah, sure. But in melee combat, archers have way better line of sight. They're obstructed less. And versus armored infantry, archers can shoot over your own front line and get fire at the enemy infantry. So, like, with line of sight concerns, which have not been fixed, the Akshina Ambushers are more reliable. And in formation, which is in game, and I'm not showing that right now, but I don't really want to load into the game just to show that, they're spread out formation, so they'll take less damage from artillery, and that makes them a little tankier. Whereas Streltsy are tightly locked, so like Pendulum and things will do a lot more damage to them. Right? It's just, it's annoying because rewind to the start of this video, where it felt very pay to win. Oh, if you don't buy our DLC, Kislev's actually getting nerfed because Armored Kossars and Kossars took some nerfs and nothing else got buffs. But if you buy our DLC, you get better Streltsy. So if you don't buy the DLC, you'll take some Streltsy and your opponent will take better Streltsy with stock and just kill your Streltsy with better Streltsy for the same cost. It's annoying. It's frankly annoying. It feels fucking gross. Are the Akshina Ambushers good? Yes. In isolation, they are. But they shouldn't be on the same roster for the same cost as a unit that's now just worse. It's dumb. Like, either increase their cost or give the Streltsy some buffs or something. Like you can't just do this. You can't just do this. This is fucked up. And I'm honestly mad about it. There's no reason to take this unit. There's none. Oh, 40 armor! 40 armor and 2 charge bonus on a ranged unit. That's worth stock. Vanguard, better melee stats, better weapon strength, better missile strength, the whole fucking thing we're talking about. More ammunition? Oh, yeah, I love having 2 charge bonus and trade for all that shit. That's stupid. And then the RORs. Okay, what do the RORs get? The Wolfhearts, Akshina Ambusher ROR. You get 3 uses of a net with a 25-second duration. That's pretty cool. Plus, of course, better stats. Well, what do our friends have? They have less range than the other Streltsy. So they're shotgun troops. Okay, but the Akshina Ambushers, ROR, for the same price, is just better! It's just better! They still have decently better melee stats. I mean, melee defense minus melee attack, but whatever. Like, I'd rather have melee defense on an archer-type unit. They have the same weapon strength now, but 50 more range, because you're a shotgun troop all of a sudden. They still have stock, and they have a fucking 3-use net! Like, oh, it's so fucking dumb. It's so dumb. The DLC unit is just infinitely better than their counterpart for the same price. It's super fucking stupid. And the other problem, that now we'll get to how Kislev plays. Kislev had 2 playstyles in current. Well-armored frontline with a backline of archers and Streltsy to just do a pike and shot type thing. Or a crazy bear blob with healing. We haven't seen nearly as much of the crazy bear blob with healing, but with like Heart of Winter, AoE heals from the Patriarch, and Perfect Vigor around the Patriarch, and things like that, you could get some bear blobs. Now in land battles, your frontline got nerfed, so now these guys aren't even remotely cost-effective. You have Vanguard stalked archers. You have a missile chariot healer that has infinite heals over time, and you have other healers. They're kite now. They're a kite faction now. You also have fast armor-piercing dog-type units. So you just want to stay mobile. You just want to run around and kite your opponents, which I'm sure everyone is going to love. So the pike and shot playstyle took some heavy nerfs, honestly, and the kite playstyle got some massive buffs. But then also the bear blob, you can now take a really fast Mortis engine anti-large duelist to add to your blob. So the bear blob got debatably stronger. Not that much stronger because the incarnate elemental beast isn't that OP, honestly, but it is like, turn Kislev into a kite faction and buff the bear blob if they felt like doing the bear blob. That's what people wanted out of this DLC. Also, if you didn't buy the DLC, have fun being outdated. It's just, it's fucking gross. I don't know. The Kislev units, if you buy them, are cool. The Kislev playstyle, if you buy the units, it's not my thing, but some people do like kite. If you buy the DLC, Kislev's cool. If you didn't buy the DLC, it's really fucking gross.
Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.